Happy November to you. I hope this month will give you a lot of happiness and a lot of laughters, I hope. Well, 2 more months and the new year, 2026, is coming. How fast? Uh, Next month, yes, it is going to be a little bit difficult for me because it reminds me of the death of my mother. Uh, So that was a Christmas uh, evening last year. So since then, somehow Christmas uh, has begun giving me a sad memories. Uh, of course, that's not something that I intended to develop in my life. Unfortunately, those kind of things happen, and that's very much a part of our lives. Well. If you can make me happy or make me laugh, please do so. They are very welcome. Anyway, October. Okay, how was your October this year? We had a very hot summer and we had the longest, uh, the super hot days continued for like over 90 days or something like that, I heard. Well, I'm talking about only in Japan, but also elsewhere, all over the world. I think the global warming is started to show significant signs, a little there, a little here, or a lot there, a lot here. For example, some of those signs of the global warming are wildfire, intensive rain, tornadoes, not having enough fruit or nuts in the mountains. Therefore, this year, many bears started to appear in the residential area. The residential areas are where people live, like towns, villages, even in cities too. The wild bears started to appear. Also, a number of monkeys uh, have been seen in the cities, towns, and villages, of course. Um, what do they do, those wild animals? Well, their main activity is to eat the crop. Do you know the crop? They are kind of like uh, well, farming food. Uh, People harvest means to get a crop like wheat, rice, vegetables, the maize, like corns, right? Uh, some nuts, seeds, those food. What are your favorite autumnal uh, food? You don't say like steak, pancakes, or bread, or noodles. No, they are processed food. I'm talking about the crop, naturally harvested right from the field. And I like chestnuts. Uh, Maybe they are one of my favorite. And of course, some fruit like grapes, pears, both European pears as well as Asian pears. European pears look like this. And I don't know how to describe the shape of it. It's like it's not a even, it's uneven. The top is kind of slender or thinner, and the bottom is kind of thicker. But then Asian pears are almost like a round. Uh, they look like, I wouldn't say apples, but then kind of like earth, like a fierce shape. And colors are also different. The European pears often look greenish, sometimes yellowish, but then Asian pears often they are kind of like a light brown or sandy colored. And textures are different too. The European pears are creamy, kind of, when it's ripe, but before they are ripe, their flesh is kind of like a crunchy. Then the Asian pears, which is very juicy and not very creamy, but it doesn't have much smell. But then the taste is very juicy and kind of like and just a trace of sourish, light sweetness to it. And the flesh has its kind of like a nutty, chewy uh, texture to it. That's Asian pears. I like both of them. But chestnuts, oh, they are very nice. The only thing is that it is difficult to peel the hard shell. And of course, uh, it has a thin kind of skin in it. It is bitter, but also very outer nuts is the spiky shell. And those are kind of dangerous. Um, I have not harvested any chestnuts for many, many years, perhaps over 20 years, or perhaps 30 years even. But when I was a little boy, I had some experiences harvesting chestnuts. Yes. What about mushrooms? Have you ever had mushroom hunting experience? Well, in Europe, uh, some maniac, I shouldn't say that, but um, the mushroom lovers would often go mushroom hunting in the wood, especially turf, or in English, they don't say turf, maybe truffles. I don't know. It's kind of like a black diamond, very expensive mushrooms. And people used to use pigs to find them. Well, those pigs have a very strong sense of smell. So they use the pig's sense of smell to uh, find those mushrooms underground. So, but these days I see some people use their dogs for mushroom hunting. Also in Japan, I think it's the pine mushroom or shiitake mushrooms are expensive and flavorful. And it's almost the universal rules, I guess, that people who know where to hunt those expensive kinds of mushrooms would not share the information where they could hunt those mushrooms. It has to be secret. Huh? Mm. So, but in the meantime, some of the amateur hunters uh, become sick or even sometimes die because they pick up wrong kind of mushrooms, the poisonous mushrooms, which is not edible. But then they think it's a good mushroom, they eat it, and they get sick, sometimes become seriously ill, or even they could die. So we have to be careful. But anyway, these days, most of the people who live in the cities get autumnal food, not from the field, woods, mountains, but from the stores, supermarkets, grocery stores. Oh, well, so we don't see there in the trees, on the field, in the garden, or, uh, well, orchid. No, they are beautifully laid down in the store. And we pay for them and bring back home and eat it. So that's the city life today. So people who are farmers know how to grow them, have a lot of knowledges, but then the store customers have no knowledge whatsoever about them. Big differences are there. Anyway, that's about it. I hope you're going to have a nice November. Okay, winter's coming in Japan, so please do not catch a cold and try getting the maximum amount of vitamin C on daily basis. Bye for now.